But can you just give us some sort of description, because people are saying they're talking too much.
All of my heroes have been in handcuffs. Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, Medgar.
This is one of the funniest and most powerful moments you'll ever see. When Killer Mike, the iconic rapper and activist, appeared on The View fresh off his triple Grammy win, things took a sharp political turn. What should have been a celebration of his success turned into an intense exchange, with Sunny Hostin attempting to twist his words. But Killer Mike, he stood his ground and delivered a legendary shutdown you don't want to miss. Before we dive in, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more powerful moments like this. Did you just subscribe? Perfect. Let's jump right in.
Telling people not to stop dreaming.
No, you cannot stop dreaming.
Anything is possible.
You have to. You have to keep whatever 9-year-old, 12-year-old, 15-year-old is in your head, keep that child alive. No matter what you see in the mirror, you're still that child. And your imagination has to be bigger than the room, bigger than the building, bigger than the sky, because if you keep the imagination alive, everything is possible.
That's right.
When you limit your imagination, nothing becomes as possible as it could be. So
now,
yeah.
you know, I'm a former prosecutor.
Yeah.
And there were some other headlines that came out. And I was very upset about it.
Yeah.
Because it was unnecessary, and you don't do that on that special night.
Yeah.
Especially for what I read about.
Yeah.
So what I'm gonna ask you is, there was an incident at the Grammys. It led to you being taken out in handcuffs and arrested. That was wrong. Obviously, it's an ongoing legal matter, so I don't know how much you can say about it.
Well, as a prosecutor, you know I can't say it.
You can't say much. But can you just give us some sort of description, because people are saying they're talking too much.
I think the backstage was overcrowded. I think the winners were exuberant. And I think security got a little overzealous, and that's all. It's all, you know, it's water under the bridge for me.
Yeah.
I'd like to say all of my heroes have been in handcuffs. Malcolm, Martin, Mandela, Medgar. So, you know, I walked out with the same dignity and respect that I walked in with. And I would implore people to just take that from it. Don't dwell on the bad stuff.
Killer Mike, known for his unapologetic truth-telling, joined The View to talk about his Grammy wins and career highs. As a key figure in hip-hop and activism, he's built a reputation for blending art with advocacy, uplifting his community, and staying true to his roots. But instead of celebrating his recent accomplishments, Sunny Hostin steered the conversation towards controversy. She brought up Mike's brief arrest at the Grammys, a moment that had already been resolved, and used it to overshadow his success. Sunny, a former prosecutor, clearly knew Mike couldn't speak about the ongoing case, but that didn't stop her from pressing. Her goal? To ensure the audience left remembering the drama, not the Grammys. But Mike, he didn't take the bait. Instead, he turned the moment into a testament of resilience, pointing out that many of his heroes, Malcolm X, Martin Luther King Jr., and Nelson Mandela, had been in handcuffs too.
You're equally well known for being a political activist on top of your music, and you were a campaign surrogate for Bernie Sanders. You campaigned for your home state Democratic Senators Raphael Warnock and John Ossoff.
Yep.
Yeah, and you got some attention recently for being somewhat critical of President Biden, saying you weren't ready to endorse him yet. What's your holdup there?
What's my holdup? Well, first of all, I think everyone should focus on hyper-local. We get caught up in the soap opera of federal elections, and that's fine. But if you are concerned with the federal election, you don't know who your city council or your wardsman is, you don't know who your mayor is, and you don't have a good list of state representatives or governor, then you're just a part of whoever wins the Super Bowl or fanfare. Even though we have a Republican governor, Brian Kemp, I have a good relationship with him. I like what he's done in terms of Georgia business. We've been leading business amongst all states for the last 10 years, and he brought back the Hope Scholarship and expanded it. So if you're a kid in Georgia, you're poor, you got a B average, you can go to college for free or trade school. So in my community, girls are going to college, but boys don't have anywhere to go, and they're not choosing to. In my community, I have a push for trades. That's why I support organizations like Georgia Youth Build. I support organizations like like Next Level Boys Academy because they usher our boys. I need my daughters to be able to marry somebody. Right. So, and even in that case, I have said, okay, this governor's doing a good job. In terms of nationally, I'm just kind of doing what my grandfather said, staying out of white folks' business and watching what happens.
You lost me a little bit with your support of Kemp, but let me tell you this.
Not support of
some
Kemp.
of his policies.
I mean, that's some misinformation. You cannot like me, but don't lie on me. I saw someone I really respect, a black woman who's a commentator.
So you don't support him,
and
you
she
like
said,
his policies.
Well, I support
some specific ones he named.
Beyond it, he's the governor of my state, so I have to be involved with him because I can't divorce myself. But let me say this. If you criticize someone, don't lie. Yes. Don't say I didn't support Abrams because I did. Don't say that I don't support Democrats because I've helped get 3 Democratic mayors elected. I've helped get 2 state representatives elected. But if someone is in the king's seat, I'm not going to not have dinner with the king on behalf of my people. I have to do that.
As the interview progressed, the panel shifted focus to Killer Mike's political activism. Alyssa Farah Griffin brought up his history of campaigning for Bernie Sanders and local Democratic candidates, while questioning his recent critique of President Biden. Mike's response was nothing short of brilliant. He highlighted the importance of focusing on local politics, knowing your mayor, city council members, and state representatives. While federal elections get the spotlight, Mike argued that real change starts at home. He even praised Georgia's Republican governor, Brian Kemp, for policies like expanding the Hope Scholarship, which provides free college or trade school opportunities for low-income students. Mike's stance wasn't about partisan loyalty. It was about getting things done for his community. This pragmatic approach caught the panel off guard. Sunny, visibly irritated, was clearly not expecting Mike to give credit where it was due, especially to a Republican. The tension hit a boiling point when Sunny tried to twist Mike's words, accusing him of not supporting Stacey Abrams or Democratic causes. But Mike was ready. "You lost me a little bit with your support of Kemp," Sunny said, attempting to discredit him. Mike's clapback? Pure gold. He calmly corrected her, saying, "That's misinformation. You cannot like me, but don't lie on me." He listed his contributions to Democratic campaigns, highlighting his efforts to get Democratic mayors and state representatives elected. Mike made it clear. Working with Governor Kemp wasn't about endorsement. It was about collaboration for the greater good. If someone is in the king's seat, I'm not going to not have dinner with the king on behalf of my people. I have to do that. Sunny had no comeback. The audience could feel the weight of Mike's words, and his refusal to engage in partisan games was a powerful moment. Killer Mike's approach to leadership and politics is a breath of fresh air in today's divisive climate. He's not interested in picking sides for the sake of appearances. Instead, he focuses on improving his community, working with whoever is in power to achieve meaningful change. His activism, rooted in the values his grandmother taught him, emphasizes education, economic empowerment, and civic engagement. By staying true to these principles, Mike has become a role model for how to navigate politics without compromising integrity. Killer Mike's interview on The View wasn't just entertaining. It was a masterclass in standing your ground and staying focused on what matters most. Despite the panel's attempts to twist his words and drag him into partisan drama, Mike remained steadfast, proving that real leadership transcends politics. So, what do you think? Did Killer Mike handle this perfectly? Or do you think the panel had valid points? Let us know in the comments below. And hey, if you love this breakdown, don't forget to smash that like button and subscribe for more moments like this. Your support keeps us going, and we can't wait to bring you the next viral takedown. See you in the next one.